welcome back. There is a live look outside from the Oregon coast, and we're in at Spanish Head Resort Hotel camera in Lincoln City. Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. You do not need fancy equipment to get in shape, but sometimes fitness gear can make your workout more effective and a little bit more fun. Here with some of her favorites, we welcome back personal trainer Jodie Swanegan. Great to see you.
You as well.
And all of your accoutrement that you brought us today.
Right, just an assortment of fun.
But this is not crazy, fancy, super expensive stuff.
No, not only is it not crazy, super fancy, expensive stuff, but it's also stuff you can take, you know, places with you pretty easily.
Oh, now you're talking.
So maybe not that one, but
okay.
The rest up here.
No excuses for that. When we're traveling, we are booking our pet sitter, and then we can bring our workout stuff with us.
Oh, Pi was adorable.
Okay.
Yes. So these guys are sliders. You can also use, if you have a hardwood floor or anything, you can use a towel. You can use paper plates.
Yeah.
But these guys are just good gliding tools for the ground. They slide
good to have
very
on hand,
easily.
yeah.
Yeah, you can do lower body work pretty easily. You can come into a plank position and utilize it for push-ups or plank work. I know. It's a good time.
Make it even harder? Oh, geez.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have, when these guys are tubes, so different resistance levels.
Okay.
So we can go light, medium, heavy, ultra heavy, that kind of stuff, and you can feel the difference in the tension.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
Some tubes allow for more tension, some less, and to be honest, it's just as much as you apply for the tension.
Okay.
So if you crisscross through the center, for instance, you can add more tension. And these guys can travel with you anywhere and multifunctional for upper and lower body work.
Oh, that's true. And they take up no space.
Right. So if you wanted to do a sequence where you were lunging and you were coming into a side, you know, lift or a front, you can do bicep curls. You can do lateral hip and glute work.
Yeah.
So you can, I mean, they're very...
You can get a lot done without lugging weights around.
Yeah. And they don't take up a lot of weight in your suitcase either.
That's
in
true.
Case you're traveling.
That's true. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then now we have our full bands. These guys are good for, at least in my opinion, really fantastic for coming into glute activation and hip work. And so if you safely slide your feet through different tension levels, of course, depending on what you're doing. So this guy would have a little bit more love with coming with him. This not so much. This one. This one is nice and challenging. They're all challenging. They're all challenging. And then these guys allow for also the lower body, but you can also easily apply them towards just past the ankles.
Oh, okay.
So if you safely place foot through and then have these guys secure around the ankles, then you're able to do a little bit more hip, ankle, and lower body stability work.
Okay. And I like how you say safely every single time, because we could find ourselves in trouble.
Yeah, it's best to take a seat and slide it on.
There you go. There
and
you
then
go.
have something maybe close by, especially if you're just getting into working out with something like that. And then I like the ankle weights for multiple reasons. So you don't actually have to use it just for the ankles. If you struggle hanging onto weights, so if holding onto a weight isn't right for your wrists, maybe you have arthritis or carpal tunnel or something that doesn't allow for that, you can place this guy securely around your wrist and then hang on to it with your hand, of course, and you can still do, if you had one on each side, bicep curls.
That's a
you
good
could go
idea.
into kickbacks, side raises for shoulder work, overhead presses. You of course can put it around your ankle, and if you did that, you can do extensions for quad work. So you could be seated or standing, and then you could hinge forward and do curls for the back of a leg here.
Now, question for you about those and people walking with them. Is there any issue or concern about your joints or being too hard on your body?
No. No, as long as you're listening to your body. So if you put it on,
if it doesn't feel good,
don't do it.
Oh, our table is. Everything is fine.
It's the Bosu. It wants to make
there
an
we
appearance.
go. This friend wants to be part of the show now.
So a Bosu, it stands for both sides up or both sides utilized.
Okay.
So in this case, you only use this if you're feeling ready for it.
Okay.
When you step, if you
choose that's the scary side. Oh no.
Well,
oh no.
okay, they can both get you. They can definitely both get you. But you only utilize a BOSU if you feel ready for it. It's very unstable on either side. You can stand on it or not. You can post up in plank position on it.
Yeah.
You can utilize with 1 foot up for added balance and stability. And then if you want, you can flip it, of course, and do all those same things on the other side.
I like that, though. You can start with 1 or 2 limbs at a time before you really jump in.
Yes, there's so many, I call it fun, but there's a lot that you can do with a BOSU. Well, any of these things really, but with the BOSU.
Super simple, but lots of options.
I like these, back to the ankle weights. It allows for you to remove sections of weight, like by 1 pound increments.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can add and remove. There's vests out there too, which are really awesome as well to utilize if you're walking or doing anything really, but if you're out on a walk, same thing where it can go up to, I've seen them to 40 pounds, but you take 2.5 pound, 5 pound increments out or add them back in.
That makes sense.
Yeah, every day's different. So we just gotta listen to our bodies. Some days we like to go a little harder and some days we like to
and
not
it's
go
okay.
quite as hard. Absolutely.
Because you're only gonna do more damage if you're feeling hurt and not acknowledging that.
Form is number 1. So you got to keep good form with what you're doing. So if you're feeling a lot of tension up through neck and back and in our joints, you know, hips, knees, that kind of stuff, that it's our body just letting us know, pull back a little bit. Let's check in. Let's make sure we've got good form. We're using a weight or a device or apparatus that works best for our bodies. And then adjust accordingly.
Great stuff. Great to see you.
Yes, you as well.
Thank you for bringing us all these goodies. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. And we'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.